Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Let me just move the camera back a little bit. Yeah, we're back with another one now, and we're back to a beer that was purchased for me for Christmas from my wife. She bought me a big box of mixed beers from Beers of Europe, and we are getting down to, I think I got four more after this. I didn't know how to put that then. I think I got four more after this. I've still got a Meteor Pilsner, I've still got a Trappist beer, I've still got a Hitachino ale, I've got the Lion Lager, and I think that is it. But this one is an Italian lager out of Napoli, or I call it a lager. It's been described as a lager, a pale lager, and a golden ale in what I've looked up. And like I say, the brewery, it's hard to say this, I'm not good on the Italian, but Birrificio Artigiana, and this is a bottle of their ORO lager. Apology to all Italians out there. And so, like I say, it's saying a lager. I've seen different descriptions coming in at 4.8%, 330ml bottle, and I've noticed trying to understand the name better by looking it up. £3.59 on Beers of Europe, but it is out of stock at the moment, so maybe that's a good sign that it's out of stock. It's got to be said, the branding, the label, all the branding around there really looks top quality. I mean, you look at that and it oozes quality, so hopefully the beer will ooze quality as well, because it's really nice, really a classy look about it. So I'm going to stop talking. I've never had anything from this brewery before. Hopefully it's going to be decent. So it's chilled, it's been in the fridge. It doesn't actually feel that cold, if I'm honest, considering it's only just come out of the fridge. Doesn't feel that cold, but we will roll with this. So let myself get a bottle opener, and we'll crack it open and we'll get it into a glass. So yeah, even like I say, golden ale, pale lager, is it supposed to be like a Hell's? Is it supposed to be like a Pilsner? Is it supposed to just be an Italian sort of lager? I'm going to go with just an Italian lager, but like I said, looks really good. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. It has even got like a little peely thing there, somewhere just about there. It's got a little peely thing, but I'm only going to go with that. Let's just try and get this bloody thing off. Very well wrapped as well, it's got to be said. And it's got like a hoppy thing on the crown. There we go. So let's get it poured and crack on with this review. 3 minutes in. Too much talking, Baz, not enough drinking and not enough pouring beer. I did see a little bit of a description on what they say it was. Quite hoppy, floral as well apparently, but we'll see what I get on the taste. There is still a little bit left in the bottle, but yeah, very pale. I mean, it doesn't look that pale my side of the camera, although it is very pale, but that is almost it's almost nothing there. Straw-like in colour, lots of bubbles going up, and just a very sort of fluffy sort of looking head, I would say. It looks very light on top, compact though. So let's dive in with the nose, see what we get. It's definitely got a hoppy note. You could say floral, malty. It doesn't feel very cold. I'm intrigued by that, because that fridge should be nice and cold. Just bear with me, I'm going to be nosy. I can't see why that shouldn't be cold. I really can't. Anyway, there's me talking out the camera. What a review this is. Typical Baz on a Friday afternoon. Hoppy, slightly bitter. Has got a little bit of a nasty sort of hoppy smell, I would say. It's in a brown bottle and it's been out the light, so I don't know. Anyway, let's stop talking. I'll get the rest in there. That brewery there, we're going to take a taste of their ORO lager. 4.8%. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that'd be so much better colder. That'd be so much better colder. I'm not going to tell you it's some amazing world-beating beer, but that initial taste and the smoothness of the beer was fantastic, it's got to be said. Body in it, 4.8. It's definitely got that malty backbone, bready sort of body. It feels sort of doughy in the mouth. It's nice and soft, it's nice and smooth. Definitely should be colder. I'm gonna have to check that fridge. Yeah, beautiful bready body. Carbonation is there, reasonably busy, but I think the body of this beer is sort of dulling that down, so you don't really feel it so much. Really, really smooth, it's got to be said, and it's got a lovely softness about it. Yeah, that is, there's something about it. I'm not going to say it's massively world beaten in flavours, which I will come to. I mean, it almost feels a little bit sort of generic in flavours, but there's just something that little bit extra about this that I like. A nice little hoppiness, a nice little citrus note, a nice sweet maltiness, but all these flavours are really well balanced. When you put that alongside a nice body, really smooth to drink, really soft, beautiful mouthfeel, it turns something that could be a very average, generic sort of feeling kind of beer into something just that little bit more that's really nice. And I think colder this would be much better. Or you might lose some of that maltiness, maybe that sort of slight sweetness about it. But I don't think it'd only have to be a couple of degrees colder. Oh, it's got, when you drink it, it's so smooth, so soft. Got a beautiful bready mouthfeel. A really beautiful feel in the mouth, and the carbonation's nice, and I think that's where this is standing out for me. It's not, you know, most times Italian beers I would be like, oh, but this has got something that little bit extra to it. It's got all them sort of, like I say, the standard sort of generic feel stuff, but better. You know, I mean, £3.59 from Beers of Europe for a smaller bottle. But you can see where that extra money is. I mean, that is worth, for me, the quality I'm getting from this beer, in my opinion, with the body and the mouthfeel and them really beautiful flavours, I think that is where the extra money goes, and that's where you know what you've spent is well worth the money. 4.8%, do you get that? It drinks like an easier, well, would you say easier going? Drinks like a 4.8% beer. But if someone told you that was about 4.4, you would probably believe them. Around that 4.5% mark, 4.4% mark, you would believe them, because it does drink like that. But at the same time, it's got enough flavour in there to maybe make you think, hang on, this is maybe about that 4.85% mark. For me, that's a really nice drop. Didn't really know what to expect. I've got to admit, I was thinking it's got this beautiful label, but the beer has to live up to it, and I could only see myself being disappointed. But like the label and all the branding, even the beer has that little bit of an extra classy sort of feel about it. So for me, Birrificio. That brewery there, right? That's the name of the brewery, right? Italian lager. That is a really, really nice drink, and I've got to say that is probably, off the top of my head, that is probably one of the best Italian lager I've had, in my opinion. Spot on. Not by being blown away by flavours, like I say, but what is there is absolutely just balanced so well, and a really nice drop, easy going. If my fridge is working hunky-dory, probably I've served this at about 5 degrees. This would be ideal at 3. Just that little bit more chill would give it a lovely cleanness and crispness, but it's a really drinkable beer anyway, and I think that's really enjoyable. So yeah, there you go. There's my thoughts on that beer. I'm not going to try and say the brewery again. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's a Friday night here. Have a great weekend. Good old Bazza's working. And hope we'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.